everybody, happy Hump Day Wednesday. Welcome back to the channel. I am happy to bring to you today another fun collaboration. This time it is with Rebecca from Tribeca Designs. I will leave a link to her video and her reveal. She wanted to keep it a secret, so we will go ahead and leave the link down in the description box. Head on over to her channel to see what she did on our collaboration today, which is KnowMe 2052. All right, everybody, for those who are new to the channel, welcome, 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 welcome. Don't forget to thumbs up this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and please leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts and everything about this, and welcome back to everyone who continues to tune in from week to week. So if you have been following the channel this month, this is BHM Pattern Designers Challenge, Sewing Challenge this month, where we are sewing and supporting Black pattern designers, whether they're indie, whether they're commercial, whether it's a garment, a handbag, a wallet, anything, embroidery, quilting, knitting, all of the things. You go ahead and submit your entry. Make sure that you are tagging at SewNaturalDane and at BHM Pattern Designers, and don't forget to use the hashtag BHM Pattern Designers so your entry can count. All right, so those are the rules. And don't forget, there are plenty of discount codes from many of our sponsors. If you've been following along on SewNaturalDane and on BHM Pattern Designers, I've been sharing and popping up even on shorts, reels, all of that good stuff, sharing the discount codes. So make sure you take advantage of those discount codes. And I want to thank again all of our sponsors, and make sure that you are also following our beautiful ambassadors, Dita and also T from Crumpets Tea and Sewing. So make sure that you head on over to Instagram, follow the hashtag, because then you get to see what everybody is entering, what they're working on behind the scenes, all of that good stuff. All right, so I have a lot to say about 2052. There were quite a few things I wanted to point out for this video. So pull up a chair, have me playing in the background, all the good stuff. So I focused on view B. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do the blouse. Having done the jeans, I definitely want to do the blouse. I like the large cuffs on the blouse. I like the drape of the blouse, and yeah, I think it's super cute. And so I'm gonna share with you, because I already have plans, if I can find the fabric. If you guys can help me find this type of fabric, or you have any ideas or suggestions, like I have a laundry list of fabric stores I'm gonna go through, of course, but if you all see this particular fabric that I want to do, that I'll describe to you in just a moment, let me know. Let me know. So the focus was on view B, which are the jeans, and they are crop jeans. And so the bottom is meant to be frayed, and actually in the instructions it does tell you how to fray it. I didn't go through and do the fraying on this. I'm just gonna let them naturally fray. And but I did do the stitch around the bottom. I did a 1/2 inch, is about how much I want my fray to go. I did a 1/2 inch from the bottom edge, raw edge, in a short stitch. Like I did maybe one and a half stitch length, and I just pretty much stitch all the way around. And so when it goes through the wash, I wanted to naturally do its thing so far as fraying. So so yeah, the edges of this is raw. Not a lot of pattern pieces for jeans. I thought it was pretty typical. There are a total of, what is this, 13, I think it's 13 pieces. Let me count. Yes, it is 13 pattern pieces. And so the waistband is in 3 pieces, which I absolutely love. So that makes it more contoured, more shaping for that. So you have the right front waistband, you have the left front waistband, then you have the back waistband, which is cut on the fold. And so and you do have your fly facing, and all of that. So pretty typical for jeans. But then you also have the large patch pockets that are on the front and the back. So for me, I knew I wanted to do something just a little bit different, play with it just a little bit, because of the denim that I had chose, and I will show everything here in the moment. This fabric, and again, I'll share with you in just a moment, came from Joann. So if you saw my recent fabric haul, you all know I am building up my denim collection. This is going into my denim collection, so I'll add this to that playlist. But I have something else going in my denim collection this month as well. So yeah, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, and don't forget to thumbs up this video. I appreciate it. But yeah, the denim that I used, I wanted to have a little bit of an accent, so I had faux leather. If you all saw my and if you didn't, I acquired a Bernina, and a bunch of notions, supplies, fabrics, all of that. And so this was one of the fabrics that came in that. It's a faux leather, and it's a tan. So I knew that I wanted to use this for these jeans, and that actually worked out beautifully. It was a little challenging for the belt loops, but I'll share that in a moment. I also, the size pack, I don't think I even mentioned the size pack. I have the size pack that goes from 18 through 26. And so I cut out the largest size. I cut out size 26. And I based that on my waist and hip measurement, 39 and 52. And so even with the finished garment measurements, and these, as you can tell on Nikki Beauty J'adore, they're not tight, they're not super loose either, so they're kind of that in between. And I was looking at the pattern, and I was thinking, I think I'm gonna go with the largest size, because this is not a stretch denim, and it doesn't call for stretch denim. It calls for cotton blends, a chino denim, micro suede. Well, it does say stretch woven, so you can use a stretch woven or a twill. And so so yeah, and the denim I chose has no stretch. And so I was like, you all know I just made some jeans in December, and those had stretch in them. So I was like, okay, I think to be on the safe side is rather to go larger and have to, you know, take out. You can't add on if they're too small. So I decided to go for, and I knew I wanted them a little bit looser on me too. I wanted maybe an extra inch of ease in my my jeans. And so based on all of that, I cut the largest size. However, I sewed everything half-inch seam allowance. Again, I'm like, okay, there's really no stretch in this denim. And you know, over time and wash and everything, wear, you know, so that's what I did. I cut the largest size, and I just sewed everything with a half-inch seam allowance. Now, because like I said, I just made jeans in December, I'm gonna pop up a clip here where because I did not do a muslin. I'm really happy how these turned out, but I did not do a muslin. I'm gonna share with you my cheaters method for how I adjusted this pattern. Okay, so this is what I am first looking at so far as fit. So you all know I just made these jeans, the McCall's 5894, now Butterick 6840. I just made these in December, and I did have to make some adjustments on the front and back to get the fit that I had. Now keep in mind, those jeans had stretch in them. So what I did was lay the McCall's pattern on top of the KnowMe pattern, the front, matching up the front of both, right? And so when I do that, if you can tell, here's the adjustment I made for that room. I had added 1 inch. Now these, obviously, because they're different style, they're not going to match up perfectly, but more so I wanted to see about this area here, if I think on the KnowMe, if I need to make an adjustment like I did here for more room. And as you can see, I'm gonna pull it apart just slightly. They pretty much are mirror. They're fine here so far as the fit on the front. Now let me show you the fit for the back. Okay, so here is the back. And again, these aren't the same style pants, but this is my cheater method, like I said, for me trying to figure out fit without having to do another muslin. So the underneath here is the McCall's. And so let me just move this out of the way real quick for you. So what I did was lay down the McCall's. I had already used the Palmer and Plesh to figure out this adjustment that I made on those jeans. So I'm just going to lay the back piece with my crotch seams lined up and see how that is coming along. And so here, as you can tell, I'm pretty good. It looks like I'll have even a little bit more of a curve in here. I might bring that out a little bit based on the McCall's pattern underneath. Because remember, the McCall's had that fabric has stretch. This is not stretch denim that I'm using. So I'll probably add on a sliver here just to bring that out that much. That's not a lot. But when I add the yoke piece, because the KnowMe has this yoke that's being added, and so once the yoke, I'm trying to line this up. So once the yoke is added, it looks that, you know, ever so slightly I might be short just a little bit. I don't even know that I'm going to be bothered with adjusting that. What I am going to do is bring this pattern and the yoke out, that difference. See, it looks like I need about an inch more room here. So I'm just going to add on to this pattern piece and this pattern piece. I mean, that's just a little sliver of paper I can just add there. Again, cheater's method. Yes, I can cut and properly do all of that. I'm doing the cheaters quick and dirty. And so we will see in the end how that turns out. But I wanted to share what I was doing to figure out the fit for the KnowMe patterns based off some jeans I just made in December. So yeah, because I had already did the, I have my Palmer and Plesh books and used that to adjust that pattern. It worked. It actually worked. Okay, we all know the rules. You're supposed to do the whole, muslin and all of that. But for me, that's usually my quick and dirty method for making adjustments to patterns that are similar. Yes, the style is different, but they're jeans. And I can tell that for the most part, the style lines and the fit on the models for both this one and the other were similar, close enough, at least for me, in my opinion. So, and it worked for me. So adding the extra and everything worked beautifully for me. So I'm happy I did that. I didn't share the other piece I had to make an adjustment on was the yoke piece and the center back waistband piece. I did have to add that extra on those two pieces as well. I realized that after I started cutting out, but I think I recorded that piece right before that, before I realized that. So just wanted to also add that in there. So if you do my cheaters method, just take into account the other pattern pieces that you will have to adjust to get the fit that you would like. So so far as the instructions, again, I'm not sure. I will say I did use a denim needle even when I sewed through the faux leather, because the faux leather I put between the denim, and so, but I'll show you that here in a moment. But overall, with the finishing of the seams, again, I'm not sure why. This is what, the third or fourth KnowMe pattern I'm telling you guys this same thing. It doesn't call for you to finish any of the seams. Serge, zigzag stitch the edges. I mean, because this is denim, it is going to fray. And so it's funny because the only piece the instructions told you to finish the edge was the fly piece. And I was like, okay, I don't know, maybe I'm missing something. I don't know if I just did not read something else in the instructions somewhere, but I don't understand why it's not telling you to finish any of the seams, serge them and all of that. So, but anyway, that's what I did. That's what I suggest that you do, is make sure that you do that. I did serge all of my seams. Even when you are edge stitching and top stitching down, I still was able to, I did go ahead and use the serger to for clean edge finish. I found the instructions to be really good. They're actually really good instructions outside of the finishing the seams. That was, I'm like, okay, we're not mentioning that. But the instructions for doing the zipper and the fly, now that, what would I say? Okay, I'm only hesitant because I had to give it a thought. I wasn't sure how I felt about the instructions when I was going through it, through the different steps. It's step 16, but then in step 16 is broken out step A through L. And so steps are very, very clear. However, I've never put in a fly this way before. And again, I think if you have a method that you're comfortable with, by all means, go ahead and do that. However, even if you have, maybe there's a couple different ways that you might want to put in your fly, I say give these instructions a try. I think I half like them. And the only part that I think I would, that I do like, that I did in the McCall's jeans pattern, was trace on the fly shield, as opposed to cutting it separate. And so, yeah, they weren't bad though. They weren't. It didn't take me any time to go through it, but I was just thinking when I was doing it, I was like, well, I've never really done it this way before. And but it turned out fine. So I mean, in the end, it's up to you. I say if you have not, I would say for a person who has never done the zipper fly, that these instructions, you should be able to get through these following these instructions. However, if you're somebody who's used to doing them, have your own method, and you looked at these, you might be like, I don't know. It's just, you know, just a couple things about it that's like, I don't know. But either way, I followed the instructions so I can share with you my thoughts. And those are kind of, I'm like, I could do it this way in the future, but in the future I can just do it the other way. Either way, you're going to get the same result, right? It's just all about personal preference. And so, yeah, outside of those instructions, that is pretty much it. Let me show you and I'll pop a video too. So the actual jeans, here they are. You guys, I do love them. I love how they turned out. I bought this color denim because I have never owned or have worn this shade of denim before. My preference of shade of denim is like an indigo, something very, very dark. And so for me to do something lighter, you know, and it's probably because Nikki's on the front of the pattern cover, hers is a lighter shade of denim. And I was like, I'm gonna try a lighter shade of denim just to see how I like it on me. And you guys, I love these denim jeans. I love how they turned out. Let me show you the piping. So what I did was lay the piping in between the patch pocket. And let me just hold it upright. And you know, where I'm stitching is stitched to the edge. So it calls for you to edge stitch and then top stitch. I only edge stitch. And I didn't want, if you can tell, I'm gonna try to show you. I didn't want the end of the faux leather to go past or meet the edge of the top part where I was going to continue stitching. That was just a personal preference. I didn't want it to go, so it doesn't go all the way down at the bottoms or at the top. And initially I was thinking I was going to do the I did the back, so I did the front and the back like that. So you can see, I just like that little, it's just a little something different, and I really like it. You all have to let me know what you think. This was the vision. It came through. It came through because I had to give a think what I wanted to do different with the patch, because I do like pretty much everybody's version that I've seen of these, and but I said, okay, I'm gonna do just a little something different. So this is, like I said, faux leather. If I did fabric, then I probably would have gone all the way around here, all the way up at the top, you know, something like that. But because of that faux leather, it's pliable and everything, but I didn't want to be messing with the corners and trying to make sure it's perfect. I'll show a clip here of what I was doing. As I was stitching, I was just folding it. I didn't fold it in advance. I just folded and then I would stitch, fold and stitch. And I just took my time, because the thing that I did was lay the pocket in place, because you mark the lines where the pockets go. I laid the pockets in place and I put pins on the like maybe 2 inches, no, 1.5 inches from the edge, because I needed to be able to lift this up. And I did it all the way around, a bunch of pins, because I didn't want the patch pocket to shift at all while I'm sewing and lifting up the faux leather as I was going around. So that worked out. And like I said, I was thinking about doing the back pockets like that, but the back pockets have a curve. I don't know if you can tell. It's a curve, and one of my pockets isn't as curved as the other, but you can tell with this denim. And so I was like, nah. Again, I didn't want to mess around with the curve. I am very happy with all of my seams, how all of my seams meet. And as you can tell, for the belt loops, I also did the faux leather. And this was the challenging part, because of the way the belt loops go in. They're embedded in the seams, and so that made this area super thick. And so I did have to use my walking foot when I was doing this. I used my walking foot to sew these together, but then I also used my walking foot when I was top stitching around on the outside. And then the front, I just used a metal snap. And let me show you the zipper. It's the same color, pretty much the same color, as you can tell, as the faux leather. So I had that in my stash. I did have to cut my zipper, because, and I'll just show you, I'm gonna flip this inside out, because the pattern only calls for a 7-inch zipper, but I had a 9-inch zipper, and so I did cut off the excess down there. And what I did, once I cut the excess, I used some fabric, and I just covered that up. I serged the edges, and then I just stitched that down, just so this wouldn't, you know, rub up against me and it, you know, feel all weird and everything. But so yeah, I don't know, the waistband it's fine. It looks fine. If I were to point out to you all of the things I don't like about it, and the main thing is, you guys know I do not like stitching in the ditch, because it never looks right on the inside. But because this fabric was so light, I was like, ugh, maybe I'll focus more on the outside looking better than the inside. So I did get my put my label in there, BHM Pattern Designers, which is available on my website. But as you can probably see, the inside is not perfect, not as much as I would like it. And like I said, I serged all my seams. You do stitch down the side seams, and you stitch down your main seams. And so I serged all of those seams as well. So all my seams are serged. My pocket, if you can tell, oh, you really can't, but my pocket, it's just only this piece here. the lining of the pocket, I just used some excess Ankara that I had, and so that's what I used there for the pocket. But yeah, outside of that, I do recommend this pattern. It is not hard to put together at all. If you're a new person, a beginner, I would say, and this is your first time making jeans, I would say go ahead and give these a try. Go ahead and give these a try. Make you a muslin, because the only thing that you would have maybe a challenge with, because if you've never done it before, is this whole zipper fly front. And so yeah, I think that is all I have. Now, the way I styled it, I'll pop up a picture and video here. The way I styled it, and again, I like the way these look. The way I styled it is I do have this top on with it. This is the Love Notions Harmony blouse. And so they're actually also one of the sponsors for BHM Pattern Designers. But so I did a tuck in the front. Now, I have on the black belt with this, as you can tell in the video and in the pictures. I need a tan belt. I am going to actually look for the belt I'm wearing to see if they have it in this shade or very similar to it. Or it could be a little bit skinnier as well. I don't mind that. But yeah, I do want a tan belt. So, but just for pictures and all of that, I went ahead and just threw on the black belt. And then the top. Now, you all know I just said that I do want to make this top in the color I want, because the top calls for a cotton blend, linen blend. It says also a batiste, chambray, cotton lawn, gauze, gingham, poplin. The two fabrics I'm thinking I want to make mine in is a chambray. Either a baby blue chambray, which I think it'll be easy to find, or my first preference is a beige, a caramel, more caramel beige color. And if it had pinstripes in it, I know I'm just asking for a lot, but in my mind, I'm picturing that top, and the main background is a beige caramel color with pinstripes in it, much like this fabric. This is a cotton blend. This came from LA Finch Fabrics. They actually gifted this to me a few years ago. I haven't used it yet, but look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That's what I'm looking for, but I want the main background to be a caramel beige with the little pinstripes in it. And so, yeah, that's what, yeah. I don't know why I'm stuck on that. Although, I'll probably still do the chambray anyway, just because I think, for me, I don't wear white. I don't wear, you know, I know there's a lot of capsules out there that talk about a white basic button up, button down, or black. I don't wear black tops or white. That I don't like those necessarily colors for me personally, but I can definitely see it in a very lightweight chambray in that light similar color, or the tan with the stripe in it. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I want. That's what I want. So I will be on the hunt for that actually as we speak. I've been searching. So if you have any suggestions, leave them down in the comment section below. So that is it. That is my review. Head on over, subscribe to Tribeca Designs. I will leave a link to her video down below. Thank you so much, Rebecca, for doing this collaboration with me. It was a ton of fun. I enjoyed it. I know we won't talk about your make, but y'all just go check her out. She wants to keep it a surprise, so make sure that you go on over and check out her video and her reveal as well. So yeah, that is it. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. Coming up on the next long form video, I believe will be Sunday, and that is another denim piece that I'll be sharing with you, so stay tuned for that. If you have any questions or anything, leave them down in the comment section below and let me know what you are working on for BHM Pattern Designers. You all have a fantastic rest of your week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.